Good afternoon, viewers. We have here a 1965 5 horsepower Evinrude Angler. It's a direct drive motor. It's no gearbox. These were built by OMC for lightweight for fishermen, and they're built as a very lighter weight portable motor. But actually they're not actually a 5 horsepower. They are actually a 6 horsepower power head, and there was no differentiation between 5 and 6, so it's actually a 6 horsepower power head. It's a 65 model. It's quite good order. It runs quite well. They don't have a gearbox. They just have a constant throttle. It's constantly in drive. But if they're running right, if they're tuned right, there is not a problem with them. You just pull the choke out. If they're tuned correctly, you just pull the choke out, give them some throttle, pull the start cord, and you're off. Once they start, they push a choke in, and that's it. They warm up as you're driving through the water. It's a lovely old motor, this one. They're very nice motor actually. They're lighter weight. They're built simple. You don't need all this complicated gearbox and everything. In some ways it's just more weight to carry around, and it's more things to go wrong with them. They're great old motor. This one, I went right through it. It's had all the usual tune-up stuff. First, it's had the points reset, and everything cleaned up in the magneto. I wanted to make a first-class job of this one, so I even replaced the spark plug wires, and these are originally fitted with solid wire core, so I had to chase round and chase up some solid wire core ignition core lead, and it's not all hard. It's not easy to find these days, because most of all the leads these days are suppression leads for radios and stereos and everything in cars, which are all carbon trace. But these old motors, they need copper. They need copper cable, and that's best for the magnetos too. Yeah, I did a really good job on it. Cleaned the carbury. Compressions are fairly low, but these old motors are so great. They'll run on an even quite low compression. They'll run 65, 70 is not bad. 65, they'll run quite well. Even some other OMC motors I've had that run quite well on 70, 65. Once you're getting down 60, 50, I haven't struck that. But anyway, this is a good old motor. It's got about a 65, 70 in that ballpark of compression, equal on both cylinders. So it runs really good. After going right through it, cleaned the carby, plug wires, everything done, I noticed that it'd start well hot, but actually starting it warm, there was a problem. It wouldn't want to start warm. You'd have to let it cool down before you could restart it. So I thought to myself, what's the problem with this? And I thought, aha, the reed valves. So I pulled the carburetor off again, pulled the intake manifold off, and I had to look at the reed valves, and they were slightly out of whack. So I reset all the reed valves, put it all back together, and it starts hot, cold, however you like it now. So it's a great old motor. It's really good. There's nothing wrong with a 6 horsepower motor. For a 10 or 12 foot boat, for one or two guys that are not too weighty, it'll push it along quite good at 6 horsepower. And these old motors are good. They might just need the points done in the magneto, but once you're used to it, you've got a puller for the pull the top off the magneto. It's not a problem. It's not a big deal. They're easy to set. They're easy to clean. They're easy to set. It's not a big deal. And the new wires and everything, new plugs. Just change the gear oil every year. There's only a very small amount of gear oil in these. I think it's only about 100 mil, because the drive is just going down and going at 90 degrees. There's no actual gear changing or anything like that. So they're very, very simple. And yeah, I'll just start it up and let you hear the old girl how she runs. Just bear with me a minute. Away we go. Start straight up and running beautiful. Running very beautiful. Here we are, beautiful idle on it. Pumping water out there. They don't pump much water, but you put your hand down near the running prop, you've got to be very careful. You can feel the warm water that's coming out. I don't recommend that with a direct drive motor. Got to be very careful. That's the top off, and it's a simple motor. Everything's easy to get to. Everything's there. I had to I used an old toothbrush to make up just a constant pressure on the base of the alternator, just to maintain the constant slow speed or idle. It'll go down to practically hardly any revs. It'll go down to a very low RPM. But there's no gearbox, there's no neutral. The prop is just spinning all the time. And beautiful design, simplicity, basics, lovely old motor. New leads on it there. Everything's beautiful on it. And I'll just see if I can get the revs to go right down a little bit more. There you are. She's just perking over, just purring over like a kitten. And that will only happen if the tuning is very, very good. It's got to be a high level of tuning before you can get the motor to go down that way. So anyway, 5 horsepower, 1965 Evinrude, direct drive. What a beautiful old motor. I'll sign off for now. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.